This screen allows the job seeker to enter contact information, including phone numbers, email addresses, and even set up text messaging. Notice that the progress bar says 40% complete. First, contact information. How would you like MDES to contact you about your account? The choices are phone, email, text messaging, or U.S. mail. The candidate can select all or some of these options. So we'll select them all. Mail is always a default option. Next, would you like to allow employers to send you JobVites? As we saw in the employer training module, JobVites allow an employer to invite a participant to apply for a job, but participants may opt out of this if they choose. It's important to encourage participants to opt in to the JobVite system. This gives employers the opportunity to recruit candidates directly. The next question is, how often would you like to be notified about new job matches? The system provides the option for participants to be informed weekly, daily, or right away when new jobs enter the system that match the participants' criteria. There's a weekly digest, there's a daily digest, and there are also real-time messages, so we can select all three of those. Up on the right-hand corner, it says, notify me about the matching jobs that are, and you can choose a distance. So we have walking distance, 2 miles, bicycle distance, short commuting distance, average commuting distance in Mississippi, long, statewide, or any distance away. Encourage the participant to choose a distance that matches his or her desires for employment. So let's do 15 miles away. How should the system notify you about new job matches? They can choose text message, email, or both. The next section of the form asks for the participant's addresses. The residence address is where the participant lives, so we'll do 123 Testing Street. Line 2 is optional. You could say apartment B. For a city, let's use Starkville. For a state, Mississippi. The system then presents the county pull down, and let's do Oktibbeha County, which is where Starkville is. A zipper postal code 39759. And then this is, of course, in the United States. Now, the participant has the option to enter a mailing address if it's different from the residence address, or can simply click the green copy button and avoid having to retype anything. Notice that the participant may live at one address, but may receive mail at another address. This is important because often we're trying to compute how far a participant must drive or commute in order to attend a particular job. And so the residence address is very important. At the same time, we also want to be able to get in touch with the participant through the mail, and so a mailing address is also important. Scrolling down, we ask for a primary phone number, 662-123-1234, and then we ask for an alternative phone number that is optional. The next field asks for an email address, so let's say johnjones123@gmail.com. Email is extremely important when doing a job search. If you are assisting a participant without email, please follow these steps to encourage them to sign up for an email account. While MDES encourages participants to use the free email of their choice, you can advise participants to follow several best practices. First, ask them to choose an address that will be something they can stick with for the long haul. Their profile in Mississippi Works will be there forever, and they may get a JobVite from an employer at any time in the future. Putting a date or a fleeting hobby in the name, for example, American Idol fan for life at gmail.com, could limit the email's usefulness in the future. Second, advise the job seeker to avoid references to anything controversial in their email addresses. Wild Nights Forever at gmail.com won't be as impressive to an employer as jessa.jones@gmail.com. Now we'll confirm our email address, johnjones123@gmail.com. We can also provide a preferred text message number, and this is required because the participant earlier said that he or she would like to receive text messages. So let's do a preferred text message number. Now, MDES provides a disclaimer about how contact information will be used. There are some terms and conditions and so forth for the participant to read. the bottom of the screen, Previous, Cancel, Save and Finish Later, and Next are the options, and we will click Next.